Okay, it's that time of year where a lot more pots are going in the water now, so let's see if we have anything in these ones. Not deep in it. That's all. Also, that time of year you get all this weed in your lines, in your line. Oh, you can see my pot there, look. Big spider crabs. Any lobsters? No lobsters. Spider crab, another keeper. Small brown edibles. Velvet swimming crab, nice size one, but too small. Shanker, another small velvet. Keeper spider crab, that's a decent one. We'll keep that one. Small. Good to see though. Good to see lots of these baby ones. Little mini one. Next pot. We've got small shanker. Don't think it's a keeper. That is a keeper. Look how small. That's a keeper crab, that. It's too small for me though. Lobster. Might be a keeper. No, just out, you can see there. Spider. That's a keeper. That's a keeper crab. See that? Well in. Keep that one. Small spiders and small shanker. On to the next set. Lobster in there, might just be a keeper. Well, we got a load of spider crabs in here. So the minimum size for a spider crab around here is 13 centimetres, measured from the tip of the horns to the back of the shell. So I'm using a brown crab gauge which is 14 centimetres, and that one you can see that one's in size. That one's in size because that's 14, so that's obviously over 13. So this one also in size, you can see well in. So I mean, you can keep a spider crab that's 13 centimetres, but there's not going to be much meat in it, so I tend to just use the brown crab gauge for spider crabs as well. Yeah, they're measured in a different way. So when I next catch a brown crab, well, you can see that the brown crab's measured across the shell, and these are measured like down the shell. This one, that one's in. This one, that one's in. Next pot, small spider, some weed. This lobster is a male. And it's in size. Okay, 87 millimeters, it's in size, so that's a keeper. Happy days. That's it for those. These ones always get hitched, but maybe a bit, perhaps there'll be a miracle on it and they won't flow, but here we go. Oh, hello. You can see it's not very deep. Not very deep there at all. However, that doesn't matter because you get lobsters. And you get big lobsters. Look at the size of this lobster. I mean, that one's big. That's going to be a male. That's an easy keeper. Look at this one. I mean, come on. No eggs. Look at the size. Look at the size of that lobster on my hand. Look at the size of that. Monstrous. That'll do. So you often get a male and a female together. I'm putting that around here for now. What else in this pot? Not a lot. Small brown crab. Spider. Not worth keeping. The spiders, they need two shells ideally. Right, next pot. We've got small spider, lobster. That might be a keeper. Yeah, that one's in. That is a female. This one is too small. Little baby one. Have a look at this comparison. There you go, there's a comparison for you. Oh, this one hasn't got many legs. That's the keeper. That's the keeper lobster next to that big one. I've also got bait. I've got bait in this tank, but the lobsters are going to go in there as well, so they're going to have to. They're just going to have to get along. Have to get along today. I'm putting 3 bands. I'm putting 3 bands on this one because, well, What we got in these then? We've got small brown crabs in here. Small brown crabs. Weed and small brown. This one we've got small spider, small spider, small shanker, we call brown crab shanker, and keeper lobster. Keeper lobster. Okay. Okay, what's in these ones? We've got this one, nothing basically, not even going to bother filming it. This one, keeper lobster. Okay, what we got in these? Again, nothing in this one. In this one, we've got female with a load of eggs. What we call a buried hen. She's going back. There's a male in here with them. There's usually a male. Oh no, that's another female with eggs. There we go. She can go back as well. 2 females, that one.
What we got in these then, we've got spiders, manky spiders, spiders, small brown crab, spider, it's nearly a keeper, not quite, and lobster, might just be a keeper.
just out. Lucky lobster by about out by about a millimetre. Right, not even half a millimetre, right. Let's bait these up. Oh, cheeky little spider crab there. Interesting mix here. We've got keeper brown crab there, that's a keeper. Wrasse, bait, small brown crab, small brown crab, small brown crab, small spider, small brown crab. I'll leave it there because it's clinging on for dear life. Keep a brown crab, spider, spider, small wrasse, oh. Small wrasse, oh. That wrasse can go back, be nice to it. Keep a brown crab. Small, 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 small. That's a bit small. Stop fighting. Another egg, bullhuss, dogfish maybe. What's in these ones? Small spider. Small brown. Small spider. Keeper lobster. Just small stuff in this one. Small, but it's good to see lots of small brown crabs. Velvet swimmer with some eggs, brown crab, and last but not least, a brown crab. Okay guys, it's the following morning. We're going to land these with our mate Bernie. We're here with Bernie, guys.
Fine specimen, nice female there, mate.
Yeah.
It says one of the octopus hasn't had one of them ones, eh?
Yeah. True, yeah.
So,
what do you reckon? I reckon that's what? 3.5 pounds?
that's a 3 pound lobster, 1.4 kilo.
Right. We're going to have a look and then we're going to weigh the other ones as well.
How's it guessing today? Oh, 1.46.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's alright, eh?
Yeah. 1.5 kilos, so £3 lobster. Then we've got some more here. Got some crabs underneath. You take that.
Oh, some big giant crabs again, is it, mate? Yeah. You're doing well with a few lobsters there, matey?
Yeah. Yeah,
One of our guys went out yesterday. He did 200 crab pots.
Yeah.
He had 15 small lobsters and 15 kilo of crabs. And that was for 2 people on their boat.
Really? So I've done alright there. I've had 7 lobsters.
You're doing very well, mate, at the moment. Inshore's doing a lot better than actually outshore.
I've had seven lobsters by myself in what, hour and a half it took me. Not even.
You're doing well.
Yeah.
You got 4.8 kilo, mate.
4.8 kilo. Nice.
4.8.
Beautiful. And then yeah, I haven't got many crab, I'm afraid, but.
I know that, like I said, they had 15 kilo.
Okay, yeah. 200
pots. So if you average what you had,
yeah,
it's not so bad,
that's actually pretty good, yeah. Not enormous spiders, obviously, but something to pick.
Something to pick, mate. Yeah.
That one's alright.
You got 4 kilo there.
4 kilo, yeah. Okay, 4 kilo, and then we got some brown crab. Again, not massive. There you go. A few crab there.
Beautiful, eh?
Alright, good. So that's it, really. We're going to see an octopus. Where is it? Crawling across the floor.
Ah, mate. So there you go, guys. Look.
Oh, there.
This is the things that are actually eating all our lobsters at the moment.
That's what's
This
causing
one's around
havoc.
about 3.5 kilo, this one.
That's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. They're getting a lot bigger than that as well, but devastation these are causing is unbelievable.
They're causing real issues, and they're eating a lot of the shellfish, and they'll eat anything. They'll eat ormers, scallops,
You name it, it's on the menu.
shellfish, mollusks, you name it.
But one of our fishermen last week had 35.
Right.
35
so
for
he
his
had
day.
more octopus than
anything else, mate, yeah.
Than the crab. Yeah.
Luckily, he's got a little bit of a market for it, so we can send his to Jersey, like, you know?
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah. But without that...
It's like gorillas in the mist.
Yeah, that's what we say around here. Definitely put us in the mist, mate.
I can't see what I'm doing. My glasses are fogged up. Okay. Look, the mountain.
That one.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this spider crab here. Look, mountain of crabs. Cheers, guys. Have a lovely weekend.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
See you soon. Thank you.
Lovely.
So a steam room.
Steam room, yeah. It's good for your skin, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Ernie and his team are a really nice, hard-working bunch of guys. Bernie's got his own YouTube channel, so go and check it out. I'll put the title of his channel's down here, and I'll link in the description as well. So please go and follow Bernie's channel. He's going to have lots of fishing and foraging and preparing seafood. So please go and check it out. A few things you can do to help me out. You can like this video. The likes are streaming up the page. If you want to contribute to the channel, it's up. Where is it? If you want to contribute to the channel, it's up there. I'll leave it up there. Thank you. Please leave a comment. Please feel free to leave a comment, even if it's just like I like this, or if you've got a question, or if you don't like the video, you got any feedback, or good job, or what, you know, whatever. Please just, if you could take 5 seconds to, what's going on here? If you could take 5 seconds just to leave a comment, really helps the video. If you want to subscribe to the channel and see more, then the subscribe's popping up there. and if you want any merch, there'll be a link probably up there. That's 5 ways now. That's 5 ways to help the channel, and even if it's one of those, it's really appreciated. And see you on the next one.